is Leena Moin Aziz and this is our second podcast. आपको नाम तो पता है, पिछली दफ़ा बताया, लेकिन फिर बताएंगे कि इसका नाम है द रफ पैच और ये नाम ये नौशरवान ने सजेस्ट किया था. इट्स अ वेरी नाइस नेम बिकॉज ये हर तरह की चीज़ें डिस्कस करते हैं. ज़िंदगी में भी रफ पैच आता है, क्रिकेट में भी रफ पैच है. ये WG ग्रेस हैं, इनकी ज़िंदगी में भी आया होगा रफ पैच. बट यू नो टाइम टू इंट्रोड्यूस माई गेस्ट. वी आर हेयर इन दुबई नाउ, तो हम बड़ा कॉस्मोपॉलिटन हो गए हम. तो मेरे साथ दो गेस्ट हैं, तो वील गो टू अमर. हाय अमर.
Thank you.
How are you? तो अमर, अब I leave Amar to introduce himself.
Hello everyone. I hope you're well. This is Amar, as you mentioned. I graduated from Lahore University of Management Sciences, Langsar, a year ago, and since then I've been here. In terms of cricket, it's been something that I've been following for a long time, over more than a decade now, and it's something that I haven't had professional background per se, but that's something I have followed very religiously, passionately. I see the leagues, most of the leagues except IPL. I just don't like it so much. And then the other, and then of course, I'm a Pakistan cricket team fan because of a lot more reasons. But happy to be here, happy to be talking about something that I'm so passionate about, and we'll see how this unfolds.
अच्छा, ये बड़ी मज़ेदार अमर ने बात की IPL. तो भाई हम हैं IPL के फैन. देखें वो नोनी, अभी हम रिहर्स कर रहे थे तो नोनी कह रहा था कि माइक टेस्ट कर रहे थे, रिहर्स भी नहीं कर रहे थे. तो उसने कहा कि भाई ये इंडियन ऑडियंस चले जाएंगे. तो भाई हमारे लिए जो है ना क्रिकेट, वो ऐसे जैसे जर्सी होते हैं ना, तो जर्सी होते तो हर किस्म की चर्स पी लेते, बगैर चर्स के गुजारा नहीं होता. तो हम तो IPL भी देखते हैं जब हमारे पास वक्त हो, बल्कि काफ़ी रिलीजियसली फॉलो कर रहे हैं. ये वाला भी काफ़ी एटलीस्ट मतलब हमें सब पता है इस वक्त टेबल पे कौन है, और SRH क्या कर रहा है, और क्लासन क्या धज्जियाँ उड़ा रहा है, और पिचेस क्या कर रही हैं, कितने 250 रन बन रहे हैं, कितने चेज़र, और सब पता है. बट मैं तो आई कैन गो ऑन एंड ऑन. मैं बिफोर आई गेट ऑन अ सॉर्ट ऑफ अ रोल, मैं इंट्रोड्यूस करूँगी आवर नेक्स्ट पार्टिसिपेंट गेस्ट हु इज एक्चुअली माई सन. आप लोग बहुत सोशल मीडिया पे जानते हैं नौशरवान को. हाय नौशरवान, how are you?
All good, all good. Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah,
नाम भी किसने सजेस्ट किया था?
Great to be here. Great to be here. Just do a quick introduction. So, my name's Noshirwan. You can call me Nosh or Noni, whichever you prefer. In terms of a shorter, easier nickname, I moved down to Dubai 2 years ago from Scotland, where I did my masters. I was in Turkey before that. And as you can probably imagine, grew up in a cricket crazy or sports crazy household. So very big cricket and football fan. Follow all sports and all. Like mom said, har kisam ki cricket is something that I follow. Apart from T10, which let's face it, guys, isn't real cricket. But yeah, apart from that.
चलो कभी T10 की कमेंट्री मिलनी हो तो आज तो उसका चांस गया.
T10 की तो कोई कमेंट्री हो या हाँ.
तो अच्छा, ये दोनों लड़के हमारे साथ हैं और बड़े ज़हीन लड़के हैं. वो लम्स का पढ़ा हुआ है, वो पहले टर्की गया, फिर इंग्लैंड गया, एडिनबरा गया. मैं बड़ी प्राउड हूँ एज अ मदर ऑफ कोर्स, एंड आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ अमर ऑल्सो बिकॉज आई हर्ड ही इज़ अ गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट, और नोनी भी कहीं ना कहीं गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट. तो ये है कि ये क्रिकेट के बड़े शौकीन हैं दोनों. फुटबॉल भी देखते हैं, और नोनी और मैं तो टेनिस भी देखते हैं जो ग्रैंड स्लैम्स होते हैं. लेकिन आज हमारी ऑफ कोर्स हमने एक बात करनी है क्रिकेट पे. We start off with Babar Azam, the captain, who's I am pretty big on him as a batsman. I understand कि he's a very classy batsman, और मैं चाहती हूँ कि वो ODI भी खेले और टेस्ट भी खेले, लेकिन T20 ना खेले और कप्तानी भी ना करे. लेकिन अमर से शुरू करें, क्योंकि अमर जो है ना वो बड़ा फैन है बाबर आजम का. पर इस वक्त बिफोर आई गिव द माइक टू यू, इस वक्त मुझे एक इतराज़ है और भी इसके अलावा, कप्तानी के अलावा भी. वो ये है कि जो बैक स्टैबिंग हुई इसकी, अभी जो शाहीन की कप्तानी जिस तरह वो लिया, जैसे तुम दोनों अब दोस्त हो लेकिन बैक स्टैब कर दो किसी दूसरे के लिए दूसरे को, तो अच्छी फीलिंग तो नहीं होगी. व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दैट?
So twofold, right? I think पहले तो Babar Azam should be part of T20 squad as we see that he's improving his game in strike rate, right? We saw that in PSL. We also saw that in Ireland series, highest run scorer with like 160 plus strike rate, 132 runs in 3 matches. Great work. Of course, just like Virat Kohli, maybe the anchor part of cricket generally from T20 is going away. That's why maybe he aims to improve his game, and I think he will. Sort of caliber of player he is. In terms of captaincy, I just feel like the captaincy should not have been taken away to begin with, because he did 23 ODI World Cup, right? Uske basis pe you can't take away the captaincy of a T20 sort of play. So I think Shaheen should have not been captain. He's too young. He's a great bowler, was too young to be there. And then, of course, I disagree with the way the things played out in terms of taking back that captaincy. I don't know who orchestrated that. Whether it was because cricket in Pakistan is as bad as politics in Pakistan, right? It's very political. So I don't know who is playing those cards. But to be honest, I don't see Babar doing that or playing that. I do agree the fact that Babar should not have taken the captaincy. He just he should have been a bigger person and be like, I don't want this. I will play as a batsman. I will make my mark. And I think he would have done. I still hope that he will do brilliantly in the cricket field. But maybe captaincy isn't the way to go about this.
I think so. I think so as well, Amar. That I think he is a brilliant player for sure. But when we were watching in the PSL, because he was free from that national captain sort of pressure.
Yeah.
He was just a league team captain,
Yeah.
and he was playing in a way that we haven't seen Babar Azam play in a while.
Yeah.
The shots, the innovation, the strike rate. And suddenly you go back to national team captaincy, and that too in such contentious circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, last time when he was made captain, most people were on board with the decision.
Definitely,
There was no such controversy. The whole team, in fact, everyone used to say that Pakistan's team spirit has looked the best it has in years under him. The boys were giving their best under Babar.
Yeah.
This is not that anymore.
Agreed,
We are now back to almost 90s era of politics with at minimum 3 camps, if not more, with Rizwan, Shaheen and Babar. So it's all very contentious right now. I would disagree with you on one thing where I do think that Babar got his fair shot as captain. I think, there's this...
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years, and there's this thing of some players can take you to the semi-final or final, but they can't cross the line, right? They just Virat Kohli, you could make a similar argument for India that he was in a similar vein as the captain, where he was really good at putting them in that position, but crossing that line.
True.
Asia Cup final against Sri Lanka, a very criminal example of a Sri Lanka team which was down and out, 34 for 5 or something, and to lose that.
I mean, 2 for 4 against India, right?
Yeah,
Criminal.
and then you had the Kudrat Ka Nizam final against England, where Kudrat Ka Nizam in 1992 was loading, and you didn't even put up a fight. As a captain, as a batsman. So I think Shaheen was a good choice. I think Rizwan would have been a better choice because Shaheen has time, and there was no reason to rush Shaheen.
So just a question also at Judy now. I don't see why Shadab wasn't in the run, and here's my argument. You groomed him as the vice captain. He was under Babar's captaincy. We know him as a successful captain from Islamabad. We also know that he was fabulous all round, right? We have seen him 21 World Cup, 22 World Cup. Why wasn't he in the run? I just don't feel like people are talking about him enough.
ये very very good. ये बहुत अच्छी बात तुमने की मत, because the thing is कि I would have to agree, जब आप किसी को वाइस कैप्टन बनाते हैं तो that means कि आप इस आइडिया से बनाते हैं कि उसको ग्रूम करें आप, कि जब ये कप्तान नहीं होगा तो उसके बाद नेक्स्ट लॉजिकल चीजें हैं। लेकिन पाकिस्तान में लॉजिकल कुछ होता ही नहीं है। अच्छा, बीच में जो ऑर्केस्ट्रेट का तुमने लफ्ज इस्तेमाल किया बड़ा जबरदस्त था। ये चीजें ऐसे ऑर्केस्ट्रेट होती जाती है ना कि किसी की स्टॉक्स ऊपर चले जाते हैं, किसी के नीचे चले जाते हैं। हुआ ये मेरे ख्याल में कि जब शाहीन ने 2 वो बैक टू बैक कलंदर्स के लिए ट्रॉफीज जीती PSL की, तो उसके स्टॉक्स थोड़े से राइज हो गए। फिर कोई पर्सनल लाइफ की वजह से भी राइज हो गए, उसका सर वो हो गया। अब इसमें शाहीन का कुछ बेचारे का करना नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं शाहीन को पर्सनली इस तरह जाती हूँ कि जब भी मिलती हूँ इतना डिसेंट लड़का इस टीम में नहीं है जितना शाहीन आफरीदी है। मतलब कि वो अभी एक बड़ा इंसिडेंट बड़ा मजेदार हुआ था कि मैं अपनी फ्रेंड्स के साथ थी, तो मेरी फ्रेंड्स ने कहा कि यार तुम तो जानती हो प्लेयर्स को, ये साथ ही प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे पोलो ग्राउंड में, तो एक तस्वीर खिंचवा दो। तो मैं खिंचवा दी इनकी तस्वीर, तो शाहीन, अब उन्होंने कहा यार तुम भी खिंचवाओ तस्वीर, तो मैंने कहा नहीं तो शाहीन ने कहा कि नहीं ये क्यों मेरे साथ तस्वीर खिंचवाएंगी, मैं इनके साथ तस्वीर खिंचवाऊंगी। तो उसकी डिसेंसी इस तक हद तक है। तो उसने ये नहीं किया होगा, लेकिन क्योंकि उसने ये सब जीता और वो 2 साल शादाब ने कुछ नहीं जीता, इस साल जीता, तो वो उसके ऊपर चली गई स्टॉक्स, शाहीन के शादाब के नीचे आ गए। बट लॉजिकली तुम्हारी बात बिल्कुल सही है। दूसरा एक सीरीज हुई थी जो इन्होंने इसको टेस्ट करने के लिए दी थी यहाँ पर अफगानिस्तान के साथ, मैं और नौशवान देखने भी गए थे वो, तो उसमें उसने कोई इतना अच्छा ऑडिशन नहीं दिया।
मैं इस बात से एग्री करता, आई डू एग्री विद दैट। आई थिंक शादाब हैजंट रियली, लाइक इवन इन PSL, क्योंकि मैं उसको बहुत क्लोजली फॉलो करता हूँ, तो PSL में भी इज लाइक सॉर्ट ऑफ fielding placement and things like this weren't great in most of the matches. And I do think that Islamabad United won because things worked in their favor. Like Imad Wasim did really well in like playoffs, so that's why they won. But I still feel like, for example, jumping the gun here, like 2024 World Cup customer, we see Pandya as vice captain in India. And I know he'll be the next captain because that's what they're thinking ahead of the curve. They're like, we will make him the vice captain, and then at the end of 2024 T20 World Cup, VK and Rohit Sharma will probably retire, or maybe not. But we see him as the leading captain. And in our case, Shadab had like disappeared from the picture when the captaincy talk was going on. And in my head, I was like, you groomed this guy to be the captain. Give him a fair shot. The series against Afghanistan wasn't fair because you were playing your team C, and like I don't recall the names, but the people who were playing were not like the best players. You were playing it in UAE, which dominates, like which helps the spinners. Afghanistan, without a doubt, has the best spinners. They were fair and square. So yeah, it just blows my mind that he wasn't even considered for that run, or maybe he wasn't in the top 3 for that.
Yeah, I think what the points that Amar is making, it makes a lot of sense to some degree, and I also think for Shadab it might be a case of this conversation having come too soon. We saw, I would say we saw a different side of Islamabad United this year with Hassan, and I think that combination of Hassan and Shadab, because Shadab even recently has talked about playing with impact, and he's one of the few players in Pakistan who, when he comes into bat from the get-go, he's trying to get for a 200 strike rate. His mindset is, I'll play 15 balls and make 30 rather than playing 30 balls and making 50, you know, in that sense. So I think Shadab in the coming years working with Hassan is going to change as a captain, because Hassan is arguably the most clinical T20 coach out there. You know, he does all the leagues, he has all the data, he knows how to combine data with classical coaching techniques, you know. And I think this is a very important thing that we're going to see, how Kirsten works with the boys, because Sammy and Baba were working quite well together, so they have great chemistry.
On that, maybe you can also weigh on this, is that I was watching this podcast from Bahram, right? I'm sure you know him.
Yeah, Bahram is my protege. मैं on air भी कह दूँगा. So I hope you won't mind, because ये इसको पहली दफा टीवी पे मैंने इंट्रोड्यूस किया था. मेरा शो था Sports Extra, उसमें वो आया था पहले, और फिर वो इतना मेहनती लड़का है, माशाल्लाह, he's done so well, and I'm so proud of him.
So he said something like Gary Christian is, if I remember it correctly, maybe it was the other podcast, like I can't recall, but I think it was Bahram who said that Gary Christian is also a traditional coach. Now that doesn't sit well with me, because you already have a team. Again, a huge fan of Pakistani cricket, but we are a traditional team. We believe in making 180 and making sure we stand up. In the cricket where everyone else is making 250. Gary Christian on that front is also traditional. So I don't know how will this team do in like Caribbean, which is slower pitches.
You know, Amar, dil ki baat, literally, because I for years have been telling Mom, why aren't we getting Darren Sammy in? Why aren't we getting Darren Sammy in? And we tried to get him in, but so late, when he had already signed for his national team, and he was never going to leave the national team before a home World Cup where he has the chance to do the three-peat as a coach of what he's done twice as a player. He was never going to leave that story. तो मतलब इस वक्त आपको ख्याल आया, you know, Shane Watson पे भी आपने इतना time लगा दिया कि you lost other, you know.
तो देखो, तुम लोगों ने बड़ा अच्छा दोनों ने पॉइंट बनाया. वो उसने शादाब की कैप्टनसी की बात की, फिर हमने उसको डिस्कस भी किया कि क्यों नहीं मिली और मिलनी चाहिए थी, क्या वजह थी. हमने शाहीन की भी बात की, पर शुरू में हमने रिजवान का नाम भी लिया था. अब रिजवान का नाम इसलिए इट सिट्स बेटर विद मी इज बिकॉज ही इज डन वेल विद मुल्तान सुल्तान. मुस्तकिल उसने एक जिताई भी उनको ट्रॉफी, फिर उसने मुस्तकिल अच्छी कैप्टनसी की, फाइनल्स में पहुंचाया. दूसरा ये है कि देखो, कहीं तो जा नहीं रहा रिजवान, ठीक है ना. तो इस वक्त मेरे ख्याल में जो ओपनर है पाकिस्तान का, उस रिजवान और फखर को होना चाहिए. लेफ्ट राइट कॉम्बिनेशन भी हो जाएगा. रिजवान कहीं और बैटिंग भी नहीं कर सकता. बाबर आजम तुम्हारा इतना फेवरेट है, कहीं भी बैट कर सकता है, तो नंबर 3 आ जाए वो, ठीक है ना. कोई भी जो पिवटल बैकबोन होती है किसी भी बैटिंग लाइनअप की, नंबर 3 होती है. आपका बेस्ट बैट्समैन होता है तो आए नंबर 3, और उसमें हो सकता है उसको पावर प्ले भी, उसकी फेवरेट पावर प्ले भी मिल जाए, जहां वो आराम से गैप्स में 2-3 चौके निकाल ले, और बाकी 3-4 डॉट बॉलें पर ओवर भी खेल ले, और 1-2 चौके भी निकाल ले, स्ट्राइक रेट भी 130 के अराउंड रह जाए. लेकिन देखो, बात ये है कि ये इसलिए बेहतर होता शायद रिजवान को इनिशियली बनाते जब कैप्टन चेंज किया था. फ्रॉम शाहीन की जगह रिजवान बनाते और शाहीन को उसका डेप्यूटी बना देते और फिर शाहीन ट्रेन होता। क्योंकि देखो शाहीन की ये एक बात, आई डोंट नो इफ यू हर्ड दिस, बट देखो आमिर को और इमाद को लाने वाला वापस भी शाहीन है। ये उसकी जरा सेल्फलेस कैप्टनसी है, जरा मुल्क के लिए सोचते हैं, सिर्फ अपने 6 ओवर और अपने 50 करके आउट हो जाऊं, अपनी स्ट्राइक रेट अच्छा लग जाऊं, कल का ऐड ले लूं, ये वो नहीं सोच रहा होता खाली। तो उसकी मुझे लगता है, और दूसरा उसमें फर्क भी है कि वो जिस एरिया से भी आता है वहाँ पर लोग सेल्फलेस हैं, जो हमारा नॉर्थ है, और यहाँ जिस एरिया से ये तुम्हारे फेवरेट आ रहे हैं वहाँ इतने सेल्फलेस नहीं है। सॉरी यार, सॉरी, मेरा मतलब ऐसे नहीं था, मैं इंडिविजुअल बात करती, वैसे आप, मैं डरती तो हूँ किसी ने से नहीं, आपको पता है मेरी क्या मसला है। तो एक डोमिसाइल में हर वक्त कहती हूँ कि हर एक अगर पंजाब का बन जाए तो हर कोई कप्तान बन जाए। तो मसला ये है कि अगर रिजवान को कप्तान बनाते तो आई थिंक वही सेल्फलेसनेस जो मैं शाहीन की बात कर रही हूँ, वही सेल्फलेसनेस थोड़ी सी कंटिन्यू करती vis-a-vis गेटिंग प्लेयर्स वुड बेनिफिट द टीम, नॉट टेकिंग प्लेयर्स कि मैं ट्रिप पे जा रही हूँ जी, एक टूर है वर्ल्ड कप का और मैं कह रही हूँ भाई ये नोनी और अमर ने तो मेरे साथ चलना ही है, चाहे नोनी अमर की फॉर्म बुरी हो, वो क्लब बॉलर बन चुके हो, मैं हसन की बात कर रही हूँ, हसन अली की, और मैं मार खा रही हूँ, और मैं जमान को छोड़ जाऊँ, मोहम्मद वसीम को छोड़ जाऊँ, जिन पे आपने इतना काम किया हुआ है, जो शायद वहाँ उन कंडीशंस में वेस्ट इंडीज में आपको काम भी ज्यादा आएंगे, उनको छोड़ जाऊँ, अपने दोस्त को ले जाऊँ। तो ये मेरी रिजर्वेशंस हैं बाबर से, और इसलिए मैं शायद रिजवान को ज्यादा फेवर करती हूँ कि रिजवान इस तरह ना करता। मतलब मैं प्लेयर को फेवर करता, हर कप्तान करता अपने फेवरेट्स को, लेकिन वो उसकी वजह होती है उसकी फॉर्म, फिटनेस, उसको उस प्लेयर पे बिलीफ होता है। अगर बाबर को बिलीफ है हसन अली पे, तो यार ये तो देख लो उसकी फॉर्म के, अब उसकी 132 स्पीड रह गई है, मार्क इतनी पिटी, उस दिन आयरलैंड जैसी टीम के साथ खिलाया जिसमें 2-3 प्लेयर भी नहीं थे उनके, आयरलैंड के बैट्समैन, तो मतलब उसमें भी उसने मार खाई। तो इस तरह की जो हरकतें हैं ना, बट मूविंग ऑन फ्रॉम कैप्टनसी, हम इसको फिर भी डिस्कस करते रहेंगे। अब तो फिलहाल हमारा कप्तान जो है बाबर है, ठीक है ना, तो वी विल हैव टू गो विद हिम, जिस भी बुरे दिल से अच्छे दिल से करें उसको एक्सेप्ट करना पड़ेगा फिलहाल के लिए। अब उसने किया क्या है कि अब देखो ना, अब जो स्क्वाड पे अगर चले जाएं थोड़ा मूविंग ऑन, तो अब जिस स्क्वाड में देखो मेरे हिसाब से तो एक तो मुझे समझ नहीं आ रही कि हसनी की क्यों है। अब न्यूज़ तो आई कि वो तो ट्रैवलिंग रिजर्व में चला जाएगा, लेकिन ट्रैवलिंग रिजर्व में मोहम्मद वसीम भी जा सकता था, रिजवान भी जा सकता था और यूजफुल होता ज़्यादा। अच्छा, हाँ, हारिस भी जा सकता है, बिल्कुल, और जमान जा सकता है, बिल्कुल। और दूसरा जो उसामा मीर को नहीं पे, कि अब उसामा मीर के साथ क्या है कि उसने इम्प्रूवमेंट की है एज अ स्पिनर अंडर द जो हार्टली है, एलेक्स हार्टली, उनके अंडर अब वो पूरा पिवट भी आता है, हिप का जो पिवट है वो भी आता है, और एक्शन कंप्लीट हो रहा है, बॉल बड़ी अच्छी जगह पिच हो रही है उसकी। वो फजल महमूद कैप भी थी PSL में, तो यार जब उस पे वो जब अच्छा हो गया, आप ही सेव्ड बाबर आजम द ब्लशेस इन दैट मैच अगेंस्ट न्यूजीलैंड वेयर ही पिक्ड अप दोस 2 विकेट्स, वरना वो सीरीज भी हम हार जाते। अभी तक पता नहीं कौन कप्तान होता, अल्लाह जाने, कोई और का नाम हम ले रहे होते जो पाकिस्तान में जिस तरह होता है। तो उसको क्यों नहीं पिक किया, वो हो गया एक। तो मतलब इस तरह की जो मेरी रिजर्वेशन है, उस्मान को पिक किया, मतलब ठीक है, अब ये कोई चैरिटी तो नहीं चल रही ना, उस्मान ठीक है PSL में तो बड़ा जबरदस्त है, मुझे कोई इंटरनेशनल पोटेंशियल नहीं नजर आ रहा। So this is my take now on the squad.
I agree. So like Hassan Ali, no disagreement in terms. I feel like Hassan Ali was a good player. He was good in ODI, T20, like 3 World Cup as well. Of course, he came in replacement, but again, his career is over. You have invested so much in Zaman Khan, you have invested so much in Junior. You have invested in better players, or at least you have invested in young blood so much that you need to give them that platform. अगर let's say Zaman को फिर न्यूजीलैंड सीरीज क्यों खिलाए, ना खिलाते, let him be if he was not part of the plans. And then you bring him somehow, like you drop him for the Island series. Now the World Cup announcement will eventually be after the first game of England. So where would they build? Would Zaman Khan be part of the plans or not? Or the Sim Junior be part of the plans? And where does Hassan Ali fit in all of this, right? So that's a questionable mark, like in terms of whether, and like we keep hearing this Dosti 11. So is Dosti 11 back?
And Nomi has some inside news about the squad also.
Yeah, so apparently Hassan Ali is going to go as a travel reserve. Abbas Afridi will be in the squad. There's no room for Usman or
Ozan.
Zaman. No, sorry, not Usman, but there's no room for Zaman. And Salman Ali Agha and Irfan will be the travelling reserves with Hassan Ali. And Abbas Afridi and Ibrar will be in the squad, and Osama is not in the picture. This is what reports are suggesting. Let's see if this does turn out to be the case. But it's a curious one with Osama. It's we tend to pick players at the wrong time and drop them at the wrong time. This is a very curious way of selecting, because Osama Mir's confidence is high. He did well against New Zealand. He's coming off a great PSL. And also, towards the end, he can also whack it a little bit if you need it. In Pakistan, you can always you always need 10-15 get out of jail emergency runs for Pakistan. You should always have that, right, over Abrar. And this is a crucial difference. These days in T20, every little edge you get works. If your tail are making 10, 12 or 5, 6 each, that adds in 30, 40. That makes a big difference. Like we saw in the game in Dubai against India, where Dhani and Rauf added a few runs. And with 140 something, we made a game out of it. Otherwise, we were like 110 all out or something. So, having that towards the end, batting deep and all also adds value. So, to not pick Osama is baffling. Zaman is someone who, time and time again, shows his quality, shows his heart. And he's a guy who can win you games at the death, save runs. I'm not saying necessarily pick him, because you have Naseem, Shaheen, and Amir, whose quality I do believe in at that level, and Haris Rauf, of course. So, but to have him in the squad, right?
अच्छा हारिस रऊफ की तुमने बात की, sorry to cut you, लेकिन हारिस रऊफ भी half fit, अभी पता ही नहीं है bowling करेगा नहीं करेगा.
He'll be good till like.
Okay, so we are going to pick up the point फखर उसका हारिस रऊफ, ठीक है ना? अब हारिस रऊफ excellent bowler, lots of pace, has been picking up wickets for Pakistan in the middle overs. And which is very important. Jo abhi these days it's not happening. But my point is that he's not fully fit. He hasn't played a game in Ireland. Shaheen said a very interesting thing a while ago. He said, I wouldn't suggest he should play in Ireland, but I suggest he plays in England. So that means he's still recovering. दूसरा, अगर इस साल में उसने I think sample size तो छोटा है, 4 मैच खेले हैं, लेकिन 10.5 के हिसाब से रन दिए हैं, तो वो रन भी बड़े दे रहा है. तो I don't know, मेरे ख्याल में शायद, I mean you guys pick my brain on this, so give your view. कि इसके शायद हम वसीम को ले सकते थे, वसीम जूनियर को, या शायद उसकी जगह हम पिक कर सकते थे even Zaman. So I don't know.
So I personally feel like that Haris has that X factor that with him, that is, he has most number of sort of wickets in T20 for us as a fast bowler. I think generally rather. So he's excellent in that. He's also excellent in like middle over, undoubtedly. Well, the question is whether he is fit. I think he is fit right now. We saw him bowling, and Nancy also put this on his Instagram where he was bowling, and he said he's happy to be back. So I think he's fit. The only reason why they're not using him is because they want to give him enough time so that he practices, gets his pace up to that mark, and then he comes into England series.
So some sanity.
Yeah, I think, which is nice, because we don't want to burn like pacers like Haris. So as I think Nosh was mentioning that between the camera switches, is that maybe Shine is a Jofra Archer. Right? He will play. Currently, he's playing in the Caribbean, doing his own thing, and then he will come for the World Cup. Hopefully, be great. And yeah, so I think he should be in the squad. He would be in my playing 11 as well. Give him the time, play him like 1-2 matches in England, and then leash him into like important matches. Don't play him against Canada and USA. Like it's not important. Hopefully, we won't lose against them. But like he's not for that. He's for your Indias, for your West Indies, for your England and Australia.
Yeah,
the Super 8s and all, because rotation, I think when we think back to the World Cup where we lost that semi-final against Australia, what cost us was that we didn't have any rotation going on, right? Because we were so scared to drop Hassan Ali, and Hassan Ali was the only guy who was the weakness in the team at that point. because we didn't play Wasim, I believe he was in the squad. We didn't play him against the last two group games where we had already qualified. So we need to rotate our bench strength to make sure everyone is World Cup ready, because it's a Super 8 format. It's a slightly longer World Cup in terms of matches. You're not going from group to semi-final. You're going from group to Super 8 to semi-final. You need fit players.
Yeah, and it's the biggest, if I remember the stats correctly, this is the biggest World Cup in terms of number of teams as well, right? You have Papua New Guineas and like
Uganda,
and it's great, like greater cricket, more things to watch, more investment, good for it.
I find those games really hard to watch. ये जो होती है अब unless कि मुझे पता लग जाए कि यार ये पोजीशन, जैसे शुरू में अफगानिस्तान आ गया, फिर पता लग गया कि अफगानिस्तान इस पोजीशन में क्यों अपसेट कर सकता है, तो फिर मुझे मजा आने लगा. जैसे स्कॉटलैंड या आयरलैंड या अफगानिस्तान कम से कम ऐसी पोजीशन में कि अपसेट कर सकते हैं.
True.
Speaking of which, एक शर्त भी लगाते को तो थोड़ी सी मजे की बात भी करते हैं. मुझे शक है कि पाकिस्तान को पक्का अपसेट करने वाला है आयरलैंड World Cup.
Well, if Ireland does that, so Pakistan will be coming home most likely. I mean, because I don't want to sound underconfident for the India game, but if we lose to Ireland, then the India game becomes must-win kind of, right? Because Ireland will most likely beat US and Canada, so 3 wins will take you through to Super 8, right?
I don't think we are losing to. I think we are making Super 8s, but that's also because I'm a very optimist sort of optimist cricket fan.
तुम्हारा स्टार क्या है ये बताओ?
Sagittarius.
Oy, deadly.
So I think we will make it to Super 8. And I think the one sort of team that I think will upset a lot of teams, including Pakistan, is if we get at play time with them, is Afghanistan. And the thing is, they have 3-4 quality spinners, including Noor Mohammad.
Noor is so good, yeah.
Slow pitches like in Caribbean, they would be ready.
Tacky होगी ना pitches.
Yeah. And then, like I think, and then they have this new captain with Rashid Khan, he's out there with the mindset that he needs to win things because he's himself a big player. Like I remember he said this thing, and like when people had asked him why he did not play in the in some I think it was county or something within England, he's like, if England doesn't want to play with Afghanistan and Afghanistan, doesn't want to play with my team, why would I play with them?
Australia,
Big Bash,
Big Bash, yes.
And then I was like, bro, he's just an Afghanistan player. So for someone with that mindset, I think he will make this mark in this like T20 World Cup. Everything on his side.
And it's interesting that Afghanistan, if you look at their group, they're kind of in the group of death because West Indies, because of their low ranking, are in that group with New Zealand. And only 2 will go through out of Afghanistan, New Zealand, West Indies. That is the group of death in the first stage. So Afghanistan's task is going to be difficult from game 1. Right now, there's a big thing like who's going to qualify. Is West Indies going to drop out? Because they're very erratic. Some people saying that they'll reach the semi-finals or win the whole thing again because they have their band of mercenaries back together.
Still is back,
But that's an interesting question that we're going to see in that group. I think New Zealand and Afghanistan will go through. I'm gonna put my money on West Indies flopping at home and not reaching.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it 2010 World Cup when they had it in Caribbean, right? Did what? It was removed in the first stages. In Caribbean, although they have a new team, Russell is back with this, motivation
it's
to win.
It's a good team, Puran, Hetmeyer, bowlers bade अच्छे हैं, Joseph.
I feel like West Indies is good when they are put against the wall. Right now, they are not put against the wall. They are. Like that's my hunch. They will be very average. It won't be difficult because they don't have a good. That's from what I see. That's bowling. They have good like openers and good batsmen. And maybe I'll be proven wrong, but I have my money on New Zealand and Afghanistan. I have my money on Afghanistan to make it.
ये न्यूजीलैंड तो यार मैं कहती हूँ अब जीत ही जाए एक वर्ल्ड कप. यानी कि ये पिछली एक दफा जो उनके साथ हुआ था वो जो वनडे वर्ल्ड कप था, स्ट्रोक्स की वो डिफ्लेक्शन और वो मैं तो मतलब आखिर में मुझे सोशल मीडिया में लोगों ने कहा मैडम बस भी कर दें, क्या मसला है, अब आपको महीनों हो गया अभी तो आप रो रही हैं. और सोशल मीडिया में दे यूज लैंग्वेज लाइक दिस ना कि यू आर स्टिल क्राइंग अबाउट इट. अरे भाई क्राइंग क्या, वो मैं जो हूँ मेरे से इनजस्टिस नहीं बर्दाश्त होता. मेरे ख्याल में बड़ा ग्रॉस इनजस्टिस था. इंग्लैंड नहीं डिजर्व करते थे वो वाला वर्ल्ड कप. इट वाज न्यूजीलैंड्स कप एंड विलियमसन वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट प्लेयर्स. न्यूजीलैंड टीम ही मुझे बड़ी पसंद है.
सेम मतलब उनकी they have the best idea. Like did you watch the announcement, right? It's just so the kid announcement.
Oh yeah, with the kids.
Yeah, it's so wholesome.
You're talking about the kids announcing the team now. Oh, so
I was
cute.
So wholesome, and then not even that. these are a bunch of players that will come and play their game, play their hearts out, and the next day will be like, okay, let's do it again.
Yeah.
No arrogance, nothing on their players like
such
Williamson,
nice,
Neesham,
yeah.
and then they will play the best game that there is. They don't win the World Cups, they don't win the cups to show for it, but I think they are an amazing team. And I think in my head it's also probably Williamson's last World Cup, a T20 World Cup at least. I don't think, in my head I see it 5 years, 10 years down the lane where anchors like VK, anchors like Kane Williamson, or maybe like even Babar Azam, Christopher Jackson will not be in the game. Because now we are asked, as Shadab also said, impact players. People are looking at more like this guy James Franklin, the guy in IPL that Australia didn't pick in the World Cup.
James Fraser.
Fraser. People like him will be the next face, or Travis had. People like these will be the faces of T20. So maybe he wouldn't play it, and I would really, if not Pakistan, if not Pakistan, New Zealand should win the cup.
Another thing that we were discussing कल परसों हम बात कर रहे थे, which I want you to talk about, कि the South African team is also very dangerous.
Yeah, the South African team, I mean, on paper, they're always very dangerous.
So yeah, we're going to talk about South Africa, but I think हम ये करते हैं कि हम पाकिस्तान पे वापस चले जाते हैं. Digression होगी काफी, which is I think a part of the podcast and the beauty of it. ये नहीं कि हम digress कर नहीं सकते, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. लेकिन I think हम क्योंकि पाकिस्तान की बात कर रहे थे, वापस पाकिस्तान पे चले जाते हैं. And we start from Noni and with what do you think कि पाकिस्तान के अभी 2 सीरीज पाकिस्तान ने खेली, एक आयरलैंड के साथ और एक इसके साथ न्यूजीलैंड के साथ, और आगे तो हम अभी आने वाला है शेर, अभी आने वाले हैं 3 शेर है ना इंग्लैंड के, 3 शेर आने वाले हैं. तो वो बताओ जरा, उनकी बात करते हैं क्या हुआ.
I think one of Pakistan's biggest sort of problems is that we don't have that kind of dynamicism in our squad selection and in terms of utilizing our 11 as compared to other teams. Now, if you look at it, we have Saim, Iftikhar, Shadab, Imad, 4 guys who can bowl spin in your 11 in the Irish series. In none of those games did we use all 4. Look, it's fine to experiment, right? At some point, in terms of these are the last few games where you can try and give each of them 2 overs to see what kind of spin combination you might use in the World Cup moving forward, right? Like, if you look at the squad, we're talking about Haris Rauf. One thing that I think about is when you have Haris Rauf, Naseem Shah, Shaheen and Amir, you have 4 fit fast bowlers, allegedly fit fast bowlers in your squad. And Abbas. I was just coming to this point that why pick Abbas, then why not get a fast bowling all-rounder in Amir Jamal or someone, or why put like Irfan Niazi according to rumors in the travelling reserves, instead put him in the team itself, right? Why do you have 5 of one option?
यार तुम तो सबसे अच्छे बॉलर पे तलवार गिरा रहे हो, जो पाकिस्तान का recent times में अब्बास सबसे अच्छा बॉलर है, तुम उसी की कुर्बानी दे.
फिर आप हारिस रूफ की फिटनेस को देख लें, आप आमिर को ओवर द हिल जिस तरह कुछ लोग कहते हैं वो हो गया, आप वो भी चेक कर सकते हैं. My point isn't necessarily dropping Abbas Afridi. My point is, why do you have 5 options who do the same thing in your squad, in that sense? Why not have one fast bowling all-rounder? We don't have one.
Let me weigh this a little bit, right? So not only in terms of bowling, I will also talk about in terms of batting, right? So for example, if according to the Island series, we saw that Rizwan and Saim were batting, right? As opening. So if Saim goes away, Babar does not need to come. I don't think Rizbar is the sexiest thing anymore. It was 2022, right? Now you need to
Censor. Go on.
You need to let Fakhar come in because, horrible series in terms of he also wants to become an anchor now. But you need to let him play a shot, or maybe let Shadab come in and let him play this cameo and let him leave. And if let's say Rizwan goes, you bring in the anchor, which is Babar. So some sort of dynamics are changing according to the situation. I remember this presser that Babar had, and he said that if he get if he lose 2 wickets in the power play, then we will play according to the situation. And I'm like, no, great teams like Australia and England, what they had done, or even Ireland against us, is that they did not get the number of wickets he dropped. They wanted to utilize the power play. It's literally called the power play, regardless of the wickets they lose. And then, so you need to have this, as Nosh mentioned, this idea of adopting according to the situation and letting people not be a scripted captain, which I think a lot of people have criticized Babar for as well. The second thing is also, how do you want to structure your squad in a manner where it allows sort of diversity of people, but also allows you some sort of experience and things like that. I think one thing that we sort of missed out on when we have 4 pacers, which are like probably like top pacers in the world right now as well. I think Amir, Shaheen, Naseem, and even Haris stuff are very good in their special categories. You do not need maybe someone like Abbas Afridi, who's still new. He has, I think he will be great in the future, but he's not something you want to bring in right now. Maybe you could have explored other options, like you should have Sama Mir. You only have one specialist spinner, which is like.
अब मेरे दिल की बात की ना तुमने कि भाई वो क्यों उस बेचारे को छोड़ के, हम कल भी चुके हैं डिस्कशन, लेकिन go on.
So I feel like that sort of long-term vision is missing, and now we had the New Zealand series, we drew it, and I do agree that it was a Team C, Team D for New Zealand, and we sincerely did not win that series simply because we were not adopting to what the game has required. I saw glimpses of that in Ireland. I saw that we were trying things. We did, let's say, try with Simon as one. That was a good thing to see. We saw in the last sort of T20, Babar played his knock, which is more like centric towards T20. Fakhar did not play his usual anchor role for some reason. We saw this, and I think that's a good move forward. But I don't know how long will this go, or if this will go even to the England series. Now, England has got all the guns blazing. They have asked their big players to come from IPL, which is like another sort of thing on IPL, is that they have asked all of them to come in and they will go all in, because Pakistan is also not getting any warm-ups. Being one of the 2 teams that are not getting any warm-ups in this Caribbean or US leg. So only thing we have got to do is experiment. I think between the cameras, Lina was mentioning that maybe we lose like 3-1.
3-1 मैं तो कैमरा ऑफ कैमरा ऑन कैमरा, मैं तो तुम्हें पता है ना, मैं तो I thrive on the fact कि उस दिन भी मैंने कहा कि भाई मैं झूठ तो बोलती नहीं हूँ ना, मैं किसी से डरती हूँ, तो मैं कह रही कि 3-1 ये हारेंगे, ये बड़ा मैं सरप्राइज होंगी।
अच्छा, मुझे लगता है
इन दोनों को मैं नेक्स्ट पॉडकास्ट में आइसक्रीम खिलाऊंगी। ये नीचे फारसी है, इसकी बड़ी जबरदस्त आइसक्रीम होती है, आला आइसक्रीम होती है, तो दोनों को खिलाऊंगी।
मुझे लगता है कि अगर हम even if we lose all the matches, we get whitewashed. I don't mind that, as long as we show that we are willing to experiment. I don't want like the same bunch of 11 people in all the 5 games because you want to win the series. I think T20s bilateral are, in my head, there's no use for them except trying them out. Like, you need to give chance, you need to let your players have, like, let Babar play its number 6 if that's what is required. Give Usman the opening chance and maybe try with him.
भाई बाबर, आप प्लीज ये सुने, आपके फैन क्या कर रहे हैं कि आप फ्लेक्सिबल हो जाएं, खुदा के वास्ते एक मैच बैठ जाते अगर आयरलैंड में, तो उस्मान को भी मौका मिल जाता।
Yeah, and try these things out.
And Usman, again, matlab, he's not an experienced player who you're just taking in the squad for him to be a squad player.
Yeah.
What's his value sitting on the bench? You either play him as an X factor. It's not like Fakhar sitting on the bench where it's an experienced guy who can come in middle of the tournament and bring that tournament experience. If you don't play Usman in the start, how are you going to bring a guy who's already nervous in the Super 8s or in the semi-final, or you can't. So, and
you have asked him to leave his entire life for you.
Yeah.
So give him the game time, right? Give him that.
Small grounds in Ireland, small grounds in Ireland, associate nation. He's in the UAE, probably played those associate type bowlers more. So 150 or 60 could have been.
Give him that confidence.
Yeah, at least, but we're not.
And I think from here on, we can also discuss about what's happening with Mohammad Haris. Maybe you can leave into what is the politics behind it. Because I feel like the guy, the last time he played, he's won us the match against South Africa and Bangladesh with his 30 from run. I think that was one of the best innings I have seen from a Pakistani young player. I think Saim still has a lot to prove. I think Haris did brilliantly. We have not seen him in the picture. Babar says that in the presser, he said that Haris is not part of the squad simply because he opens or he's in the top 4, and that's why we don't have space for him. I think a player of Haris caliber can play at 6 and 7 because he's so good at it.
तो अच्छा, तो बाबर की जो प्रेशर है ना, उसको तो छोड़ ही दें। वो तो पता नहीं क्या क्या कहता रहता है, कोई ऐसी बातें करता है जिसका कोई तुक भी नहीं बनता, बहुत ज्यादा क्रिटिसिज्म भी होता है।
अच्छा, मैं एक बात बोल दूं कि I am Babar's fan, but I'm also, because I have so many high expectations for him, I'm also critical. So ऐसा नहीं कि I'm shitting on Babar. I love the guy, but I feel like sometimes he needs to think out before he, like Shadab in that way, he knows what to say in presses.
हाँ नहीं शादाब बड़ा क्लेवर है. देखिए मैं बड़ा अच्छा किया कि शादाब की तुमने बात की. अभी एक इंटरव्यू दिया था इसने पोस्ट मैच टाइप जो होता है, अरूज थी और ज़ैनब थी, तो वहाँ पर उसने बड़ी अच्छी बात की. उसने इम्पैक्ट की बात की, उसने हसन की जो स्मार्ट क्रिकेट की बात की, और उससे लगा कि जैसे कप्तान की और उसकी फिलॉसफीज में कोई डिफरेंस भी आ रहा है, और जिसका नतीजा शायद हो सकता है कि उसको 2 मैच बिठा दिया बाहर. भाई 50 रन दे दिए तो ऐसी क्या बात है, यू नो किसी भी बॉलर का बैड डे होता है. आपका वो वाइस कैप्टन भी है, and then he's a gun fielder, he's a good batsman. Noni, you second me when if I say कि flexible है, कहीं भी खिला दो उसको, नंबर 3 पे भेज दो. अगर फॉर इंस्टेंस 10 ओवर में आपने 120 किए हुए हैं तो आप भेज दो नंबर 3 पे, और अपने आप को आप नीचे कर लो. तो ऐसी कोई बात नहीं. धोनी को देखो, वो तो इतना बड़ा प्लेयर है, वो कई दफा नजर भी नहीं आता.
मतलब आप see the greatness of like, I think Gautam Gambhir will probably be the next head coach from the News of India, and he allowed Sunil Narayan to open for KKR, which everyone thought was bullshit, but he was like, this guy knows a bit of cricket, he has nothing to lose, let him try. It's a T20 game where your one player could win you the World Cup. We won 2009 World Cup because Yunus decided that Shahid Afridi will go and play at number 3, and he sacrificed his position. That's what like greats of the player do.
So Noni is itching to say something.
Yeah, no, I just think that you know, when we look at Rizwan's, when we look at Shadab's statement about impact play, then a few days later, Rizwan comes up with the average player statement that if you look at your average, you're an average player. Those are 2 of your team leaders. Very subtly, I mean, you could argue these are independent statements, but you could also very much argue that they're hinting towards their captain that, hey, do something, you know, like change.
About your 130 strike rate.
Yeah, because his average...
Now it's 150 plus.
यार देखो, मेरी मज़हर अरशद को तो आपको पता ही होगा कि मज़हर अरशद बड़ा मज़ेदार बंदा है, और मेरी बहुत पुरानी दोस्ती है मज़हर से जब ही स्टार्टेड हिज करियर. तो मज़हर से बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग ड्यूरिंग कमेंट्री भी ये डिस्कशन होती है, एंड आई लेट नोनी कंटिन्यू आफ्टर दिस बिकॉज उसके बाद मैंने काट दी कि मज़हर ये कहता है कि अगर आप 30 बॉलों में 30 रन बना रहे हैं तो आपने, या 35 रन बना रहे हैं या 38 रन बना रहे हैं, आपने टीम को डैमेज कर दिया. अगली 6 बॉल में आप 18 रन बना देते हैं. आपको वीक बॉलर मिला, आपने देखा, आपने 18 रन बना लिए, लेकिन डैमेज आपने कर दी वो 30 बॉलों में. तो जब कवरिंग अप है ना, कवरिंग अप का कोई फायदा नहीं है. आपने थ्रू आउट वो स्ट्राइक रेट लेके चलना है. ठीक है, आप चलेंगे, मैं मान सकती हूँ कि आप 4-5 बोले, नोनी करेक्ट मी इफ आई एम रॉन्ग, कि आप 4-5 बोले ले लें टू सेटल, जैसे फखर लेता है 1 ओवर लेता है, लेकिन विद इन द पावर पे कवर कर लेता है.
आई थिंक देयर इज 2 things about how you should look at strike rate. The first thing is it also goes back to what we were talking about a while ago, role definition. Anchor versus aggressor type okay, when should you be letting someone else be the aggressor and when you should accelerate. That's one thing that as a team, something I think this is something that Australia does very well, where they let one guy go crazy and the other one's also playing at 150, 160, but the other one's
150, 160 और 130 में बड़ा फर्क.
बहुत फर्क है. The other one's going 200 plus, the other one's going gung ho, accelerating.
हमारे लिहाज से तो दोनों ही गंग हो जा रहे हैं ना, 150 और 180.
हमारे लिहाज से
हम तो 180 हुआ भी हमारा.
The other thing we need to think about is what does strike rate mean? Strike rate of 150 means you're playing for a 180 score. A strike rate of 130 means you're playing for a 155 score. If you look at it, strike rate is runs per 100 balls or 120 balls in T20 cricket, right? So you need to think about where am I putting the team towards and how should we sort of balance that, right? You need to think about this very smartly. This is why Australia, I think, is in general the best cricketing nation across all formats. They know how to adjust their thinking. For the last few years, ever since you could argue post-Ponting, they haven't really, like this past World Cup, they weren't the favourites to win.
Of course, but
they weren't the favourite, but they win.
Is it because I feel like they always know what to do when.
Yeah.
Like even right now, I'm jumping the gun. We'll talk about Scott later, but I want to make the point that Steve Smith, who is known to be like the big four, is not in a T20 squad.
Yeah.
Because they told him, you can't play T20, so let it be. And he has a strike rate of 130 plus. And previously, as you were talking...
यहाँ तो अगर, sorry to cut you, you continue after this. यहाँ पर अगर हम कहते हैं रिजवान तुम नहीं खेल सकते, यार बाबर तुम नहीं खेल सकते, तो ये जो हमारी छत है, ये बिल्डिंग है 40 मंजिला, ये सारी गिर जाए। अगर ये पाकिस्तान में बिल्डिंग है, ये सारी गिर जाए।
England did that for Joe Root. England have done that for years with Joe Root. Joe Root, in fact, poor guy, even after that, started to play those weird shots and all to try and get back into the team. He tried to become a 360-degree cricketer, but they still don't pick him, you know. And they won everything after not picking Joe Root because they trusted these players who were constantly playing aggressive, right? So
and these are the players that are known as the big four, like Kane, VK, and then like Root and Smith. These are the
and
big
Babar,
names.
number 5.
And then so coming back to the like Pakistan's dynamics, right? I feel like Rizwan, in my head, we were talking previously about Rizwan should be captain. In my head, if Rizwan is not the captain, he's not, barring the Island series, he's not an 11 for me.
हाथ मिलाएं।
So either you play him as the captain,
Yes.
which you said, or he's not in 11.
Yes.
You can't have Babar and Rizwan
In the same team.
In the same
Yes.
team, both of them same player with 120 plus strike rate in a sort of dynamic where people are aiming for 250. Travis said in an interview for like IPL is that his next mark is 300, and we're talking about 120 balls. And of course, that IPL is different from international cricket. The pressures are different, but he's still making the point that the cricket has evolved. But why are we still with the same mindset? And we were great with this. हमें पता था कि हम 180 बनाएंगे, ये शाहीन नसीम आएंगे, हमें डिफेंड करेंगे, 160 पे टीम ऑल आउट हो जाएगी, हम जीत जाएंगे. But अब ऐसा नहीं है. Your Shaheen and Naseems are not cutting it anymore.
And also we don't have the Saeed Ajmals, we don't have, देखो उस वक्त हमारे पास जब हम 150 को भी डिफेंड कर लेते थे, हमारे पास शाहिद अफरीदी, हफीज और सईद अजमल होते थे. वो हमारे मेन मिडिल ओवर्स में 7 से 15, 17 और 16 ओवर तक आके हमें वो 3 इम्पोर्टेंट विकेट्स लेके देते थे, जो दूसरे साइड की ओपोनेंट की जो बैकबोन मिडिल ऑर्डर थी उसको फारिग कर देते. So we don't have that now.
Definitely, and as things are evolving, I feel like, and I think we've talked about this a bit, and maybe we can talk about another thing which I think would be good to get both of your opinion, is that why aren't we open enough to have more, let's say, aggressive players? Like for example, why aren't we trying with Mohammad Haris and dropping people like as far as going at like Fakhar Azam, because he wasn't playing very well, right? We saw कि वो 6-12 balls ले रहा है, and then like 20 out of 18 is not good enough anymore. So why in the Ireland series, Wahab last said that he's resting Mohammad Haris, the 23-year-old player, and then why isn't, I think you can weigh on this, is why isn't he part of the plans? What happened to this guy who was great, who is still great? He's playing for a B team in like or sort of domestic culture. Like, is there some behind the show that all of us are not aware of?
I'll let Noni give his views और मैं end में views देंगी. मैं पहले तुम बच्चों की views सुन लो सर.
I think it comes down to the fact that we don't give our aggressive players confidence. Each game they feel like they're playing for their lives, they're playing for their careers, and by extension in Pakistan, playing for their livelihood. In Pakistan, this is a question of livelihood. If you're an international player playing leagues versus a domestic player, there is it's heaven and earth. Your lifestyle differences, right? In that sense. So all of those pressures come in. Look, South Africa a while ago, Quinton de Kock was going through a lean patch. This was a few years ago. They came out in public and they said, we will not be dropping Quinton de Kock. He has the confidence of the team, he has the backing. They said he's the player who will win us the World Cup. These kind of statements, they gave him the time to come back. England always trust Johnny Bairstow because they know when he comes good, what he can do for the team. But in Pakistan, it's a match or two. And the captain also keeps changing, and also if one captain is giving you confidence, the other one may not, and the chairman changes as well. So in this environment, how are you going to back? You're giving Saim. I'm glad to see at least you're giving Saim a bit of backing. There's some degree of confidence being shown. So this guy will eventually, I'm sure he will come good. But you're not giving the same thing to Haris, who could almost be
as good,
if not better. You know.
ठीक है. अच्छा अब ठीक है. I will address the Fakhar Zaman issue first. Okay, I will never drop Fakhar Zaman from my squad. Reason being, he's such an X-factor player. उसको मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि मैं जैसे अभी हमने बात की कि अगर रिजवान टीम में है तो वो कप्तान है और ओपनर है. ठीक है. अच्छा रिजवान है वो तो हमने सेटल कर लिया क्योंकि वो तो है. अभी तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता,
हाँ।
अब तो है, और मेरे हिसाब से तो होना भी चाहिए और कप्तान होना चाहिए। अच्छा वो है, और उसके साथ मैंने पहले भी शुरू में कहा कि मैं ओपन कराऊंगी फ़खर को। फ़खर जो 5-6 बॉलें ले लेता है ना, अभी तुमने वो स्ट्राइक रेट की अमर बात की, तो वो जब वो 5-6 बॉलें ले लेते हैं, अभी जैसे पिछले दिनों 3 दिन पहले 4 दिन पहले उसने इनिंग्स खेली, वो 5-6 बॉलें ले ली और उसके बाद उसने मार के वो आइलैंड के बॉलर की हद ही कर दी। ठीक है, हम मानते हैं जॉश लिटल नहीं था, अंडर पार की थोड़ी बॉलिंग थी वो, बल्कि वो बाबर आजम को तो वो ह्यूम को खाने पे लेके जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो ह्यूम ने 2 कैच ड्रॉप किए होते तो वो सीरीज तो उसी दिन 2-0 हो गई होती। तो वो अगर फ़खर है तो हमारे पास एक उम्मीद होती है। देखिए, अगर पिछले आप 2017 की बात करें, एक हमारे पास जो बड़ी चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी है किसने जिताई भाई, वो तो फ़खर की इनिंग्स से जीती। ठीक है, वो बुमराह ने बॉल कर ली, उसको चांस मिल गया, वो अलग बात है, वो चांसेस मिलते हैं, पार्ट ऑफ द गेम है। तो उसमें तो मैं फ़खर को ना ड्रॉप करूँ, ये तो स्टैब्लिश हो गया, मेरी एंड से स्टैब्लिश हो गया। फिर आपने हारिस की बड़ी अच्छी बात की। अच्छा, हारिस को मैं किसकी जगह पिक करूँ? तो मैं उसको पिक करूं आजम खान की जगह, क्योंकि वो लाइक फॉर लाइक रिप्लेसमेंट है, विकेट कीपर बैट्समैन दोनों। और आजम को मैं क्यों ना लेके जाऊं? अच्छा ठीक है, क्रिकेट एक फिटनेस की हम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस देते हैं, तो भाई अगर इतना अच्छा प्लेयर है, टाइमिंग भी है, आजम खान के पास सब कुछ है, तो यार थोड़ी सी और मेहनत करके थोड़ी सी फिटनेस ले आओ। ठीक है ना। अब उस दिन उसने एज अ विकेट कीपर एक तो स्टंपिंग प्लेयर ड्रॉप की। अब अगर ये किसी बड़ी टीम के इंडिया के अगेंस्ट हो जाए, विराट कोहली हो जाता, ठीक है ना, तो फिर हम तो सारी उम्र याद करते रहते। तो इसलिए मैं हारिस को उसकी जगह पिक करूं और उससे कहूं कि यार यू गॉट ग्रेट टैलेंट। और दूसरा, जो आजम की दोनों इनिंग्स थी वो अंडर प्रेशर नहीं थी। दोनों दफा रिजवान ने एक प्लेटफॉर्म सेट कर दिया था, और एक दफा रिजवान और फखर जमान ने, और एक दफा रिजवान और बाबर ने वो प्लेटफॉर्म सेट करके दिया था। उधर आके तो मारना आसान था। अब मैं वेट करूंगी, और हम इस पे बात करेंगे अगले पॉडकास्ट पे 10-12 दिन में आप करेंगे इंशाल्लाह। मैं वेट करूंगी कि वो इंग्लैंड के अंडर जब प्रेशर होगा, 200 चेस कर रहे होंगे, 4 विकेटें डाउन होंगी, अभी 100 रन रहते होंगे, उस वक्त वो आके वो इनिंग्स खेल सकता है या नहीं। आपके पास 4 अपॉर्चुनिटीज होंगी और चारों मिलेगी। जो हमारी बैटिंग है, हमें पता है मिसबा भी 30 पे 4 पे आ चुका है बेचारा बड़ा दफा, तो ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी। तो आई विल वेट कि अगर वो उसने प्रेशर में एक भी इनिंग्स खेल दी तो मैं कहूंगी कि नहीं यार, प्लेयर डेवलप हो रहा है।
True.
अगर नहीं तो आई वुड ऑलवेज ब्रिंग हारिस इन प्लेस ऑफ हिम। बट हारिस को ना लाने की, देखो एक तो इनके पास ये, क्योंकि पीएसएल को इतना बड़ा क्राइटेरिया तो बनाते हैं, तो ही डिडंट हैव अ वेरी गुड पीएसएल, सो यू कुड हैव आस्क्ड हिम कि यार तुम हमारे प्लान्स में तो
हॉरिबल पीएसएल,
like फखर है ना, फखर की हारिस से कंपैरिजन नहीं हो सकती यार।
अच्छा।
वो 2017 में आपको इंडिया के अगेंस्ट हारिस ने तो नहीं जिताया था ना वो चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी, फखर ने और बड़े जिताई हैं चीजें उसने मेन मैचेस में, बड़े मैचेस में। उस दिन भी आपकी उसने इज्जत बचा ली। वो उसको भी खाने पे लेके जाना चाहिए बाबर आजम को कि आप भाई कौन सा रेस्टोरेंट तुझे आयरलैंड में पसंद है, आज रात तुझे मैं लेके जाऊंगा डिनर डेट पे, तो वो भी करना चाहिए। उस दिन भी उसने आके, और रिजवान ने भी उसकी इज्जत बचाई, रिजवान ने भी इज्जत बचाई। देखिए रिजवान की मैं इसलिए इज्जत करती हूँ कि रिजवान ना, मुझे नजर आता है कि ठीक है स्ट्राइक रेट उसकी भी लो है, मैं मानती हूँ कि इससे पहले कि ट्रोलिंग शुरू हो जाए, लेकिन रिजवान आपको नजर आता है डाउन द विकेट आके ट्राई करेगा, इधर स्लॉप स्वीप करेगा, इधर मूव करके इधर मारने की कोशिश करेगा, इधर मूव करके कवर के, बिजी प्लेयर है, ट्राई भी करेगा, नई शॉटें भी ट्राई करेगा। उसकी स्ट्रेंथ नहीं थी कभी ऑफ साइड, लेकिन अब वो ऐसा ऑफ साइड पे भी खेलने की कोशिश करेगा। सो ही इज समवन हु इज इवॉल्विंग फॉर मी, ट्राइंग, showing intent, which is the key word for me. तो ये मैं इसलिए रिजवान और फखर की दोनों की फेवर करूंगी। और हारिस क्योंकि 23 ईयर ओल्ड है, उसको मैं, क्योंकि हम अब हमने सीरीज दे ही दी है इसको आजम को, तो हम देखेंगे कि ये क्या करेगा इंग्लैंड के साथ। वरना हमें स्ट्रेट अवे आजम से कहना चाहिए कि अपनी फिटनेस पे काम करे और उसको प्लान्स में ले आना चाहिए हारिस को।
I think Azam Khan, it's a very interesting discussion where it goes back to do we not select him because of his fitness, or do we give him that backing that we were talking about? Look, because he is extremely explosive on his day. He is that 200 plus strike rate batsman who can just absolutely take the game away from a team.
Yeah.
But he has not been doing that at international level. And he himself said that give me backing. Don't drop me after 2-3 games.
yes.
Give me a solid run where I'm not scared about my place and see what I can do. So I think bare minimum we should give him the England series. Bare minimum in the 11 we should give him the first 2 games that I think are against like the US and all in the World Cup. A run of 5-6 should be enough for him to come good and show that he deserves a spot in the 11. Haris, unfortunately, not being in the squad right now, I think it is going to be a discussion that will come up after the World Cup. I don't see him coming
Making
into
it, yeah.
contention right now. So I think with Haris, again, it comes down to the fact that you need to think about your combination. You need to think about how many players are doing a similar role. Do we have space to drop, let's say, Rizwan and a Fakhr, to have like 4 batsmen like Haris, Saim and Azam? Does that get too unpredictable? Is that what we should be thinking about? I think that will be a diagnosis we'll do after the World Cup.
Yeah, I agree.
I think from since we talked a lot about playing 11s as well, I think that just and this podcast was giving up playing 11s for the England series and how we are going to start. And then let's see because obviously we still don't have the official announcement of the squad, but we are hoping that it'll be same as the Ireland one or maybe another player. But so what would be the playing 11 for you?
For me, I mean, since I wrote an article about it also, आज वो Friday Times में छपा भी है, तो उसमें भी है वो, लेकिन चलो मैं यहाँ फिर देती हूँ. वो ये कि मैं तो open करूँगी Rizwan and Fakhr. Okay, one down, your favorite and captain.
BA56. Let's go.
Yeah. So Rizwan, Fakhr, Babar, followed by Azhar Khan, Iftikhar, Shadab, Imad, Naseem, Shaheen, Abbas, and Ibrar. That's my 11.
Okay.
So you're not picking Amir and you haven't picked Saim.
No,
I
you're not
haven't.
picking Haris.
No.
And you're not picking Haris.
No, Haris is not in the tour party, no. Haris Roof.
Yeah,
He is in the tour party. Yes.
मैं नहीं pick करूँगा.
Okay.
Bold moves.
Very bold move. Yeah, I don't see Abbas Afridi for me making my first choice.
Well,
11.
let's give the let's give you a rundown
Okay, yeah.
opening wise.
चलो.
Yeah, okay. So I would stick with Saim and Rizwan for the simple reason that I will not drop Rizwan because I think with the World Cup coming up, he's a fighter. He has shown the ability to adjust his games, and he is that guy who, in a tough game, will even from the hospital getting drips the night before come in and make a 70-80. I don't think there's anyone with that level of fight, and he's a character. Characters unsettle other teams a little bit, you know. Sometimes it's cramp, sometimes it's acting. This annoys the other team, right? You
And
need
what about the average thing he said? वो बड़ा clear message था कप्तान को मेरे ख्याल में कि भाई तू तो अपनी average ही सोचता रहता
So
है.
you need someone who has a bit of showmanship, who has a bit of like that factor of unsettling teams in a very sweet way. So it's awkward. It's not even like he's sledging, right? So I would play Saim and Rizwan for sure.
Okay.
I would go Babar at 3
Okay.
because he's the captain.
Yes.
We might have had a different discussion if he wasn't captain, but let's
Yes.
not waste time by not picking him. So Babar at 3. I would for the England series give Usman a run
Okay.
at 4. I want to see what the guy can do.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you know, in that sense. Then I would go for Shadab at 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to send him later, right?
Okay.
I want him to get the maximum thing. I think Iftikhar can do a better job with fewer balls, like he showed in the Ireland series as well. So send maybe, like, let's say, Iftikhar at 6 or Azam at 7, and you could flexibly move those two around either way. Imad comes in at 8.
Okay.
And then I go for a classic finish of Shaheen, Naseem, and Amir.
Okay.
Okay. So I think my squad will be more aligned with what Nosh said than yours.
Okay.
Well, let's give it a run now, right? So for me, I think Riz and Saim should open.
Okay.
That makes more intuitive sense. Third down should be Babar because I think he has that ability to be the main player within third.
Yeah.
Fourth is an open, flexible spot for me, but I think Shadab should come in fourth. I think he's a very good just after power play. He understands the game very well there.
Middle over, so navigate
And then that's fourth for him. Fifth, I would either sort of bring in Iftikhar or I will bring in Imad. I think Imad within the sort of playoffs has shown that he can be in that sort of arena. PSL, yeah. So Iftikhar and Imad, so that makes it like 4, 5, 6 players. So the 5 of them, the rest of 5 of them, I would play. So we have Iftikhar, Imad, So I forgot my squad. And then the seventh player would be probably Shaheen. Then I will have Shaheen, Naseem, and Haris. These three, and then fourth bowler. I would either pick Amr or Abrar, but I want to go with Abrar for now because I feel like three paces are enough. I feel like I'm missing someone.
You're missing one batsman.
I'm missing one batsman.
You're missing one batsman. So you could either have Azam Khan or you're missing one of Azam
or Usman.
Yeah, I won't pick Fakhar. Fakhar is not there for me. I think I want to go with Azam. I think he's done brilliantly in Caribbean when preparing for that World Cup. So let him come at 6th or even 7th, but let him give that spot. And I think that's my playing.
Okay, let me round this up for you.
Yeah.
So you're saying Rizwan and Saim opener. Number 3 is Babar. Number 4 is Shadab. Number 5 is Imad.
Ifti.
Or Ifti. So one is 5,
number
one is
6 is
6.
Ifti. Chalo, number 5 is Imad, then Ifti, then Azam,
at 7, and
then Shaheen, then Naseem, that's 9,
Haris.
then Haris, and then
Abrar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no Amir.
No.
Okay.
I think.
So I don't even have Amir.
Yeah.
ठीक है? तो मेरा ये agreement
But
है.
I can switch between Haris and Amir depending on how fit Haris is.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Okay. So that's his 11. And Noni, let's just once again, yours is Rizwan and Saim.
Yes.
Number 3 Babar. Number 4
Usman. Yeah.
Number 5 Shadab.
Number
You said
5 Shadab. 6 I said Iftikhar.
Then Azam
at 7.
7.
8 for Imad.
अच्छा, अब ये तुम्हारे 8 players हो गए, 3 bowlers रह गए.
And then 9, 10, 11 Shaheen, Naseem, Amir.
अच्छा, no Abrar for you.
No.
Okay, so you're using the 2 all-rounders as your main spin weapons.
I would use all 4. I've been very pro having 6, 7 bowling options
तुम उनको all-round options
for
देख रहे हो.
2 reasons. 2 very important reasons. A, it's more bowlers for the opposition to figure out. And secondly, and I think this cost Pakistan in that Australia semi-final, is it gives you cover. If 1 or 2 of your guys are getting whacked, you have 1 or 2 people who are used to bowling 2 overs every game. Mentally, they're prepared, they're tactically ready. So you have with 2 overs for 6th and 7th bowler, you have cover for 1 entire 4 over time slot. It covers injuries and it covers game plan and strategy. Like how we had the Shaheen injury in the World Cup final, and we had no one who was ready, in that sense.
Basically, what I'm understanding from you is that you, in your opinion, in the T20 game, there is no place for right now, there is no place for a proper spinner like Usama or Abrar. And you will go with Saim, Iftikhar as your option with Imad and Shadab, right?
To some extent, yes.
तो और कौन सा extent?
No, नहीं. Osama can play a bit. Abrar can't play a bit of a useful T20 innings. Maybe he can hit 1 or 6.
नहीं, Osama तो वैसे है नहीं, लेकिन वैसे में क्या?
That's what I'm saying. So if Osama was in the squad, it would have been a slightly different consideration.
अच्छा.
But I think in T20 format, you should be picking maximum players who can do multiple jobs rather than pure specialists.
Right? तो अब मैं अपनी की बात करती हूँ कि मैंने इब्रार इसलिए पिक किया है वेस्ट इंडीज को माइंड में रख के, और उसको थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर टाइम मिल जाए इंग्लैंड में 1-2 मैच भी दे दें, 4 मैच है 2 भी दे दें, तो हो सकता है क्योंकि वेस्ट इंडीज में स्टिकी कंडीशंस है, पिचेस थोड़ी आई थिंक बारबाडोस के अलावा आई थिंक सारी जरा स्लोइश नेचर की, पहले के ज़माने की तरह नहीं है जब तेज पिचें होती थी वहाँ पर वेस्ट इंडीज में, अब जरा स्लोइश पिचेस होती है तो एक स्पिनर का रोल बन जाता है, इसलिए मैं उसामा पे भी इतनी बात करी थी. लेकिन अभी तो हम इंग्लैंड जा रहे हैं, तो इंग्लैंड में तुम बात कर रहे थे थोड़ी सी देर पहले उसकी इरफान न्याजी की, तो यहाँ पर आप इंग्लैंड में 4 फास्ट बॉलर भी खिला सकते हैं. तो अगर मैं मतलब ये सोचूं कि अगर इरफान, बल्कि हम सब सोचें अगर कि अगर इरफान को चांस देना तो फिर तो बेस्ट जगह इंग्लैंड ही है, अगर नहीं देना तो फिर वो ट्रैवलिंग रिजर्व्स में भी होगा. ठीक है ना, वी आर इन एग्रीमेंट. तो नाउ लेट मी जस्ट do a rerun of my team. So I said that we are going to open with Rizwan and Fakhar. Then number 3, of course, Babar Azam. Number 4, I said Azam. Number 5 would be Iftikhar. Then the 2 all-rounders. Number 6, Shadab. Then Imad. और अब 4 रह गए, तो 4 सिंपल मैंने कहा कि शाहीन, Abbas Afridi, Naseem and Abrar. So I was only going with a genuine spinner at the end because I was thinking about West Indies. लेकिन हाँ, ये T20 में नौशरवान का भी पॉइंट सही है कि शायद जो रिसोर्सेज हैं उनको खिला के भी हम बेस्ट निकाल सकें। सायन को क्योंकि PSL में बाबर यूज करता रहा रेगुलरली विद सक्सेस, तो उसको भी यूज कर सकते हैं। एंड यू आर ऑफ द ओपिनियन आल्सो के you were going with Haris. Yeah. And you were going with pure pace. So that is the thing. All-rounder, pure pace, and some genuine spinner because I don't want them to भाई के वो खुदकशी कर लें बेचारे genuine spinner को, हमारी कभी बारी कभी चांस ही नहीं मिलेगा। लेकिन हाँ, उनको चांस मिलेगा, जैसे कि आउटराइट ऐसी जगह होती है जैसे श्रीलंका, बांग्लादेश, इंडिया, ऐसी जगहें होती हैं, ऐसे बांग्लादेश, यहाँ पर उनको जरूर चांस मिलेगा। So अब मतलब we have all, you know, हमने अपनी तीनों ने टीम्स भी दे दी, हमने एक्सटेंसिवली बैटिंग ऑर्डर भी डिस्कस किया, ऑलराउंड पोजीशन भी डिस्कस की, कैप्टनसी भी डिस्कस की, प्रॉपर उसकी हमने ऑप्शंस भी डिस्कस की कैप्टनसी की, जो कैप्टनसी में हमें गलतियां नजर आ रही हैं वो भी हमने डिस्कस की, जो प्लेयर्स हमने समझ नहीं आ रही कैसे पिक किया, हसन अली वरा गुड प्लेयर्स ऑफ द पास्ट बट नाउ मेयर शैडो ऑफ हिमसेल्फ, उस तरह के प्लेयर्स पिक किए, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रही। उस्मान का क्या होगा ये भी हमने डिस्कस किया। तो आई थिंक हमने सारा कुछ डिस्कस किया। अब यही कहना रह गया है कि भाई इनकी बीवियां क्या करेंगी। अब हम तो इतनी स्पोर्ट्स की बातें करते हैं, सारे वो स्पोर्ट्स देखते हैं, टेनिस भी देखते हैं, वो क्या करेंगी तुम्हारी बीवियां। वो अगर आई होप कि वो अपने फोन्स पे कोई अपनी चीजें देखें जब हम स्पोर्ट्स कर रहे हो, लड़ाई झगड़ा ना करें भाई हमसे, या तो स्पोर्ट्स की वो बन जाए खुद भी। गुड
थिंग इज के वर्ल्ड कप तक तो ये मसला नहीं लग रहा वर्ल्ड कप आराम से होगा।
अमर तुम्हारा क्या इरादा है शादी के बारे में?
I think it's saved for a couple of years.
ये तो जल्दी कह रहे हैं, लेकिन तुम तो years की बात कर रहे हो।
वर्ल्ड कप तो ठीक होगा।
चलो हम मजाक करते हैं। I women these days are very interested in sports। मैं सामने बैठी हूँ आपके, और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो खवातीन हैं they are becoming interested, which is so good because you know now we have another topic। मैं कहीं जाती हूँ तो मेरे लिए तो इतना मुश्किल होता है, ये कहाँ से कपड़े खरीदे, ये कहाँ से, ये सास ससुर, भाई मैं क्या बात करूँ। तो जब अच्छी कोई स्पोर्ट्स की बात कर सकते हैं, फिल्मों की बात कर सकते हैं, वर्ल्ड पॉलिटिक्स की बात कर सकते हैं, अच्छे इस तरह के डिस्कशन करते हैं, मैं बड़ी खुश होती हूँ। तो स्पोर्ट्स इज वन ऑफ दोज डिस्कशंस। सो एनीवेज आई होप कि आप ये एंजॉय करेंगे ये पॉडकास्ट, और अगर एंजॉय करेंगे तो प्लीज़ उसको सब्सक्राइब भी करें, लाइक भी करें, शेयर भी करें, और इसको ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग सुने, वो भी एंजॉय करें। बट वंस अगेन यू नो इफ यू लाइक इट प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब इट। एंड so it's adios from all of us here in Dubai, signing off. Leena Moin Aziz.
See you soon.
See you, Nosharwan Aziz.
All right guys, take care, lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.